Hey everyone, it's Mike Ball with WordPress.com. We're looking at full site editing, and right now we're going to dive into header editing to just kind of show you what's possible with both template parts and with being able to edit the entire header kind of without limits, which is the first time we've really been able to do this in WordPress without custom development. So we're going to first look at the list view. And I kind of teased this earlier, but one really cool thing that exists in this release is just drag and drop editing within the list view. So if I want to play with my navigation and I want to change the order of some of these things, all I have to do is move them around by dragging and dropping them here. I can do the same thing within this drop-down menu or sub-menu that exists over here. And that saves a lot of time from having to go to the customizer, having to go into the admin and open anything up there. So this list view is actually pretty nice on its own, but you can also go into the actual interface over here and change a few things. So if I want to make that logo bigger, all I have to do is drag it out, and the whole header is going to adjust based on that. You saw this plus sign pop up right about here. That lets me add any blocks in this section that I want to. So if I wanted to add a quote, I could do, I've got a bad feeling about this. Or something from the movie, and I could toss that in there if I wanted to. As always, it's pretty easy to just get that out of the way. Another way to actually play with your header and edit your header is to go into the template parts section over here on the side. And when you open template parts, what you're going to get is kind of a list of all the different options that exist. Now, a lot of the block themes that give you full site editing right now do have a few different options built in. So like you can see this one has header minimal, header linear, header centered, header rounded logo, and you can edit any of those. I'm going to choose the one that I use right now, which is header linear. And you'll see I kind of get this full focus view without the rest of the content. So if you're trying to get really zeroed in on what you want your header to look like, you can do this editing view, and this is how it will look wherever you use it on any of your templates. When you go back to your templates, you can switch which one you're using pretty easily as well. So if I go in here and I open that list view again, and I just click on header in general, you'll see that it gives me header linear as an option. I can also replace it and choose and see any of the header options that I have in here. So if I wanted to go to the rounded logo one, which probably doesn't have it right now, it'll give me that layout. And if I want to go back to the one I had, it's just as easy to do that. And the same thing's actually true for the navigation block too. You can actually choose which menu you want to show up there. So there's primary and main menu. You can create a new menu right from the editor, and you can manage the menus from in here and jump away. So the options are really limitless. You can make your header as kind of full or as simple as you'd like on your site. You can play around with different blocks and elements that you might want to add in there. You can apply any of the effects or settings from those blocks to your header just like you would anywhere else, and that'll all stay and kind of stay global across the site anywhere you use that header. Similarly, like I said, if you wanted to create a different template for like your single post page, you can use a totally different header and swap that out too, which is pretty cool.